Just a minute, ladies and gentlemen. I think something is happening.
The planet Earth is the third outermost planet of 9 planets orbiting a single star.
A long time ago in a faraway galaxy, alien dope fiends ran out of the weed. They built a ship with a cannabis radar. Before they left, they pulled truths with Darth Vader, who told them of a planet where the day shit grows. And hydroponic is a science that everyone knows. So they set out on a mission to a planet called Earth, on a never-ending quest to get their Earth. On a never-ending quest to get high. On a never-ending quest to get high. It's a weed war and somebody's gonna die. Abductees on TV told me in secrecy about a government conspiracy to snatch all of our crops to keep the cops paid. Pot for technology, the deal has been made, and Uncle Sam is behind the scam. He's slinging sacks behind our backs, raising the tax to the max. I hear he's getting stoned with the slee stacks. Renegade pot smokers get united. UFOs and dirt feelers have been sighted, so people don't trip and cause mass hysteria. There's a skunky, funky smell in the Roswell area. 51 ships have landed. They've been commanded to grab the herbs that we have planted. You know they didn't count on a counterattack, and I never leave home without a fat sack. So I grabbed my 9-gram bag of kind, a lighter and some papers, it was all I could find. Ran to headquarters, grabbed a big old glass, with the intentions of smoking some alien grass. Is what I'm carrying, he replied. This shit's alright. And he broke out with some space-flavored kryptonite. So I broke off a chunk of that cosmic funk, and I shattered the glass like a Shaq Fu dunk. It's my turn, so I reached in my sack to pack a fat gold to make this break back. Pull the switch with some ditch dirt weed. Sticks so great, you know when some bird seed. He started choking, smoke was shooting out his gills, and when he drank the bong water, he gave me chills. I mean, he fell on the ground and started throwing up. His eye went cross-eyed, his head was blowing up. His brain exploded, the shit was fried. That was the last of a never-ending quest to get high. On a never-ending quest to get high. It's a weed war and the aliens just died.
The name's Bond. James Bond.
señorita. I wish I could pretend I didn't need ya, but every touch is oh la la la. It's true la la la. Oh, I should be running. Oh, you know I love.
Now the subject I've been working towards here has to do with something I've never seen or heard of before and may have been a total fluke, but here over the past year, no, this whole great reset was a part of a cycle, but something I think much bigger occurred and we don't even sense it. It became clear to me as I began going over the stellar algorithms of my personal model of the universe that each man of science carries around in his head, making adjustments as he learns new introspective views and compares them to his standing model as he sees it possible having occurred. In this I discovered that at one point I was unable to conceive past a certain point along the edge of our 3D universe. Now I can work out a functioning standing model of the 4D universe, its collapse and the fundamental threads of the 5D universe, its particle fields and functions as well. For one, I should not be capable of understanding such algorithms because the quantum laws do not allow such concepts to be understood by a being from lower dimension of that concept unless they evolve into such. As I was writing this, I noticed that through the religions and belief structures there is a resonating message being passed around, that if we are still here then we have survived an amazing event that few even know of and that we have not to worry from here on out. The worst has passed and we have been found either resilient enough or gifted enough to have survived the ascension into the next stage of the universe's evolution, crossing from the third dimensional plane to the fourth dimensional plane. I pondered on this and it does make sense, for I can understand and map out an understanding of the realm of eternity now, which is the fourth dimensional particle field of eternal continuity, which encompasses the field of time that is a reflection of existence itself and mirrored through light wave spectrums from the beginning of all things to the end of all things that is set into the physical universe through the formation, length of time that fused formation has until the fusion dissipates, then the state of decay, or dark matter, which is the luminescence field, then the state of total fusion loss or dark matter, where it joins the particle spectrum field of time and is recharged and fused with new particles, then recycled back into the physical universe. Basically the unfolding of eternity, I assume. If I add this concept to this device's calibrated gamma array and photon emitters and X-ray ion impulse frequency modulator of opposing emission fields that cannot break through the barrier of time but more so part and bend the threads of matter between us and the set destination pinpointed by the reflected image of time within the spectrum of that moment in time's location in the reflection. Well, the design needs some calibrations made to it that can only be calculated to the precision necessary by a supercomputer that has had the latest and most accurate stellar data uploaded. The calculations must be set to exact precision. Plus I still need to run tests to make sure no anomalous side effects such as instantaneous development of a micro black hole will form as a result. But the basic design would look something like these images here. Along the outer edges I would have aligned a metal alloy that has the conductive composition of monatomic gold. It is actually quite necessary for this specific alloy because it has a quality that allows a total of 0.00% electromagnetic conductive transfer when currents are run through it. It is necessary because any interruption to the flow of energy through these coils will cause a complete portal collapse and atomize anyone traveling through and probably destroy whatever planet it's on. Probably with most of the surrounding star systems. The entire system runs on theories that have not yet been finished, including an as yet to be discovered particle field of the universe that actually stretches through each phase of the universe's expansion and multiple Big Bang events that occur at the beginning of each new particle field's development. We know of the four basic fields to the fabrics of reality, being photon, neutron, electron and proton fields. Then there is the fifth developing field recently discovered, which is the ether field or luminescence field, which actually is the field of particle decay they call dark matter, but they'll figure that out eventually. This unknown field is a sixth dimensional field of space, is the temporal radiance spectrum and is the field that encompasses the very fabric of time itself. This particle field consists of oscillating spectrums of light moving so fast that it can only be detected through the spectrum of light waves that appear as another universe, that exists right next to us when in fact it is there, for lack of better terms, a shimmer of our own reflection within the waves of light itself. Now when those particle waves of light slow down to the point where it no longer can maintain its position within the fast-moving spectrum of light, they'll enter into the physical universe through the photon field at various frequencies, in which it then breaks down into what we call fast radio microwave bursts, or the static on the TV. That fuzz comes from the vacuum tube's ability to process these bursts and displays it as the fuzz on the screen. So in principle time does not flow forward or backward in a state of fluid motion, but rather oscillates at pitches of dense and sparse frequencies of light ranging from X-ray to thermal and many others. 16 different frequencies of spectral variation based on current available data. My device will chart out the exact photon entry frequencies and use the principle of the Stargate to lock onto those specific 16 field spectrums, then use a synthetic electromagnetic atmosphere generator by using the calculated pyramid design of geometric positioning to unlock the exact positions in the spectrum of time we are at and the location of the destination needed for the sound wave resonance emitter to be placed in, to create a miniature synthesized atmospheric shield that will bend the fabrics of existence between the 2 points, allowing a traversable wormhole to fold the space between the 2 points. Then I'll use an autonomous probe equipped with an imp-emitter that, after tuning into the exact frequency of the time period I want to travel to, since within the spectrum of the field of time, time is not fluid but static frequencies governed by radio waves and light spectrums. Once locked onto the frequency, the probe will send out the impulse signal that I can lock onto for the final Stargate destination symbol, and then stabilize that wormhole portal with the synthetic atmosphere emitter, allowing travel from one point in time to another. Once the process is complete, simply shut down the field and the fabrics of existence will reset themselves back into place without needing to rip or tear any of the fabrics to traverse. A literal translation of parting the seas, so to speak. This method could also solve the problem of observing or even possibly traveling beyond the red shift of our observable universe, or to travel into other dimensions.